Right, folks. So, just letting you know, the next video you're going to see is the basically the look around the leagues. I had planned on putting all the season review, and round of leagues like I normally do together. But you're looking at this section already going to be about 20 minutes, so it would be like a 35-minute video, maybe a bit longer, and I really didn't want to do that. So apologies. I have split it into two, so it's going to be this will be basically a whole new video. All right, folks. I hope you enjoy. It's a good look around the leagues, and there's obviously some little bits and pieces there with Clyde as well. G'day, folks. Sorry if it's a bit light behind me. The light's actually over that way, so don't know why. Oh, actually, no, the light's kind of above my head, so apologies for that. So yeah, just before we go into the around the leagues, which will take a bit of time. So this episode, as always, is going to be generally a longer episode, so bear with. Had a look at the finances. We've got a bit of money in the bank. 2 million, just over 2 million. The new budgets and transfers haven't been decided yet, so but it's 31st of May. So I went to the board, said, hey, look, bro, let's have a look at what facilities we could upgrade, and there's only two was available, and the youth facilities was the best one, and they agreed. So 1.6 million. Construction will begin 28th of July and finish on early September. So not too bad there. So hopefully we can get, because that matches one of our philosophies, which is to develop our youth, and I'd like to see more and more come through, because generally, what's it, Youth Recruitment Day, or when that day is, and the reason I haven't shown many of those is because they're just all caca. Alright, so that's how pretty much it is. Alright, so let's get into the competitions. First of all, what we'll do is we'll scroll from the top down the bottom to the Premiership. Straight away, so Wraith lost in the playoff relegation final, the one we won last season, against Sumerian. So in terms of the league, there is no difference in terms of teams, obviously. And Rangers qualify for the European Euro Cup, and I'll show you, you'll find out why shortly. So relegated obviously was done firm line, but St. Mirren maintain their status as a Premiership team. Let's have a look here as well. We hope to have our name there one day. Player stats in terms of goals, yeah, 20, 18, 17. None of our guys really featured into the league. Craig Hunter equal 11th, obviously there with his 10 goals. And we look at average ratings, again, no one there. Our team doesn't even make the top 20. That's how bad it was. Assists, I'm hoping we can see Tiffany in this list. Here he is, a joint 11th again on 7 assists. I mean, this is only first early doors in the Premiership as well. Player of the matches, I don't think we have anyone there at all in the top 20. No. Clean sheets, it won't be there, and yellow cards, we may be there. Injury league table, I've never known what this meant. Can you explain to me? I've got 1 injuries. Does that mean currently? Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, and Scotland, as terms of reputation, is still 12th, so it hasn't changed in the last 3 seasons at the moment. Anyway. So that's there. If you want me to go into a bit more in depth on anything here, just let me know, and I'll be happy to do that for you. So we're going to drop down now into the old championship, and we can see once the game decides to drop me down, obviously Wraith lost, which we knew. We go to the promotion. No, we've already happened there. Let's go to the relegation final. And we'll see Morton winning through against Dumbarton. It doesn't really make anything to us. So it's Motherwell coming back up to the Premiership after 2 seasons in the Championship. Wraith, obviously, we know, miss out. Relegated was Airdrie. Okay, and Morton survived their relegation battle playoff and maintained their status as well. Not too bad at all. And Ayer's right there as K as well. Now we go down to the League One. We can see into the Ladbrokes League One relegation playoff final. Peterhead beat Edinburgh City. What was that, the promotion one? No, relegation final. In terms of the promotion final, we all know Morton and Dumbarton there. And let's have a look at the league table. So Ross County obviously champions, and Edinburgh City relegated, and Montrose relegated as well, and nobody else is going up because obviously we saw that with Dumbarton losing. Okay, and we had Sterling as an option, you may recall, as a affiliate, and again they struggled. So I'm kind of happy with that result still. Let's go down to League Two, where I have 2 feeder clubs. Okay, and so the Ladbrokes League promotion playoff final, Edinburgh City drawing to Peterhead, but losing on overall. If we go to the league table, we can see Strania champions, Peterhead promoted. Stenhouse Mercer, so they're 7th, they're feeder club, and Kilburn are also a feeder club, so finishing and mid there, not too bad, I guess, as well. No relegation. I think that's because of obviously the relegation playoff was between Elgin and Cove, and yeah, Elgin just dominated that one as well. In terms of competitions in Scotland, excuse me as I scratch my old head because I've got to remember. So the reason Rangers were obviously in the qualify for the European Cup, they beat Celtic 2-1. So Celtic, yeah, bit of a domination they had is being broken now for 2 years. 2-1 in the final for the Rangers, which is a good result considering how they finished in the league. Semi-finals saw Rangers against Hearts winning there, and Celtic beating Kilmarnock. And in the quarter-finals, Celtic beating St Johnstone, Rangers beating Motherwell, Kilmarnock beating Dumbarton, and Hearts, who we lost to, beating Airdrie there as well. We go back to our competitions in the Bedford Cup. We can see St Johnstone after extra time beating Aberdeen 4-2 in that, and the semi-finals was between St Johnstone beating Hamilton, Hibs drawing and only losing penalties to Aberdeen. We also have the Iron Brew Cup. Iron Brew, I believe we have a competition there. Not that we are, just because we've been before, I thought we'd have a look. So Silgo Rovers from Ireland losing 2-0 to Celtic Reserves. And in the semi-finals where we made it last season, Elgin losing to Silgo and Motherwell losing to Celtic Reserves on penalties. So that's all the local jokel ones at the moment. I think we go here. No, we don't. We're not going to look at me. We go to leagues and focus. In the focus. Yes, we have focus. So, Premiership in England. Liverpool, starting a bit of a domination there. So some of you chaps may be happy with that. Even in FM, they're fucking me around. Anyway, we could see here Liverpool champions by 4 points over Man United, Man City, and also Chelsea rounding out the Champions League qualifiers. Arsenal, Everton going through to the European Cup, or Euro Trophy as it's called, or UEFA as I keep calling it, and Leicester also qualifying for that, probably through a cup win. Relegated, Blackburn, Newcastle, and Sheffield United relegated. So, okay, Blackburn obviously came up with United. Who's still in there? Middlesbrough in there from low. Burnley is still in there, which is good. Let's see. Well, Bournemouth 8th, Tottenham 7th. Not too bad at all. If we go down to the Championship, we'll see that 2-1 final there. Well, I'm not really fussed. So, West Ham crowned champions. Bad jokes. You'll be pretty happy with that in this here. Wolves going back up in the via playoffs, as well as Norwich. So no, Wolves going up automatic second place, and Norwich winning the playoffs there. Relegated, Luton. I don't know why I said that. Luton, Rotherham, and Charlton going down. Sunderland just scraping it there. Let's see, any teams? Portsmouth, Forest. Yeah, I might do something about them next season. Cardiff, Preston, Huddersfield. Okay. If we go down to, what do I want now? League One. Come on. Oh, I'm clicking here, there. I'm clicking everywhere, baby. Okay, League One. We have Barnsley going up as champions. Lincoln also promoted through the second place spot. Wigan going up to 6. Relegated Bristol Rovers. Sorry, Bobby G. Rochdale, mate, they just couldn't cut the grade. Relegated in League One. Leyton Orient joining them, and is also Salford. Peterborough finishing 4th. Crewe and Chesterfield also. Derby down there. Notts County. Who else? Yeah, Bolton 13th. Wow. Okay, interesting. Sometimes weird just looking at these team names and just going, wow, I remember when you were, such and such. Okay, and we go to the league table. Actually, I wish it would just click on the league table first of all. Champions was AFC Wimbledon, Colchester and Plymouth going up as well. Shrewsbury via the playoffs. Carlisle and Stevenage going down. Good old Aki Stanley, my home family local team, 21st in reality. We are League One. We're doing well. Okay, so anyone there? Oldham. Who else have we got here? No one really that sticks out. So Stockport, I think they've just been promoted into the conference in real life. I'm not really sure. And let's drop down into the conference. I believe we still have conference loaded as well. We don't have the lower league, so I won't bother. So Dover go up as champions, and York. Good, it was good to see York there. Relegated Cheltenham, Morecambe, Barnet, and Welling. Coventry. Oh wow, really? Coventry. Hartlepool. Yeah, Tranmere still down there. Wrexham. God, some of these teams. It's, you know, I remember. Oh gee, Aldershot being in there. But Coventry. Oh. Okay, so that's the league. Look around the leagues in terms of England. Let's have a look at the FA Cup. And I suspect the reason Leicester are in the Europa League is because no, it's not. Okay, so Man City beat Everton 4-1 in the FA Cup final. Semi-finals, Everton beating Burnley. Wow, Burnley getting that far. Good on you, lads. And Man City needing penalties to beat Chelsea in the semi-finals of the FA Cup. Now it's called I think it's called the Carabao Cup. I don't know if I've got that. No. Okay, we won't bother about that. Let's just have a look here and go to England. I'm just trying to find it. We go for England there to see how they are 8th in the world. Now, if we look at their competitions, nothing there. Overview, I know we'll season summary. I don't want a job advert. Okay, Carabao Cup. How do I spell it? Okay, so 2-1. Leicester beating Tottenham 2-1, so that's why Leicester go into Europe there. And semi-finals was Tottenham beating Fulham and Leicester beating Leeds as well. So not too shabby babby. And let's have a look now of another league in focus. And I always forget this, so I'm not going to forget. I'm going to do it now. I am doing it now. Let's see if I know the Wellington Phoenix will still be in there. So when it came to the post-season, Sydney FC were crowned grand champions. 1-0 win over Melbourne Victory. Let's just have a look in the final series semi-finals. Melbourne beating Newcastle and Sydney beating Adelaide. And also in the elimination final, we saw Perth Glory going down to Adelaide and Central Coast Mariners going down to Newcastle. Regular season, I'm probably not going to be surprised. We've made the playoffs this season in reality. I might need to go back and do another save and rescue these bastards. The trouble is with this game, and I guess in a reality is, and my save, if I'm going off tangent, it happens. I did a save, I see FM19 with Phoenix. Go check it out. I think it's New Zealand to the world. And we won this. We won the championship 3 years running. But you can't qualify for Europe. Phoenix are exempt. Not Europe, Asian Champions League. And that prevents the club really getting that extra exposure, extra income, and growing as such. So I think that's why generally you'll see them down the bottom, if not ninth. And it's a shame. I'm not going to. This is going to almost start me on a tangent. What I want FM to pull something out of somewhere and perhaps take a little look at my part of the world. All right, Spanish First Division. Come on, click. League table. So we see Real Madrid crowned champions. Barcelona had won it 3 years running. Real Madrid came back there. Barcelona a fair bit behind with Atletico Madrid and Valencia finishing out the Champions League spots. Real San Sebastian, Sevilla and Villarreal Europa League spots. Vallecano, Getafe and Valladolid being relegated. I don't have any of the lower ones done there. If you want to have a look here at the stats, you can see who the goal scorers were and everybody else. Let me know. Let's have a look now at Serie A. Okay, you'll see Milan champions. The last 2 years they've won it. Look at that domination by Juve previously. Juve coming second, Napoli and Lazio, as well as Inter finishing off the Champions League spots. Cagliari and Sassuolo finishing off Europa. Sampdoria, Brescia, and Capri finishing off the relegation spots for those as well. And let's have a look. Lastly, I think is at the Bundesliga. Now, when I'm doing these, if you guys want me to look at another league, even though I haven't loaded, I can still find out for you. Looks like there's a playoff for the. Well, no, it looks like Hamburg kind of won that. So league table. So Bayern Munich coming back, winning the last 2 years. I mean, to be honest, Bundesliga has been quiet, apart from this domination here. Last few years, 8 years or so, 6 years, it's been quite, mix and match. There's been about 3 or 4 teams who've won it, which is good. Anyway, so champions, yep, Bayern Munich, Leipzig, Dortmund, and Köln going through to the Champions League. Stuttgart, Schalke, and Hertha Berlin going through to the European Euro Cup, UEFA Cup, as I still recall in my old head. Augsburg and Werder going down into Bundesliga 2. So I believe that is all we have. We've covered Scotland, we've covered that, and we've covered that. But let's have a look at the Champions League, European Champions Cup. So we can see Barcelona beating Liverpool 3-2. Okay, in the final and semi-finals, we had Man United losing 2-1 to penalties against Barcelona, and City losing 2-1 over to Liverpool. Obviously, aggregates 3-3 and 3-2. Just have a look at the quarterfinals, and we'll see there. So yeah, United beating Monaco, Paris Saint-Germain losing to Liverpool, Barcelona taking out Madrid, and Man City taking out Chelsea. And if we go to the Euro Cup, I need to spell Euro. I always still remember it as the UEFA Cup, We'll see Inter beat Roma 1-0 in the final. Semi-finals, we had Spurs making it, losing out to Inter, and Roma beating Real San Sebastian. And quarterfinals, we saw Napoli losing to Bastion, Inter beating Frankfurt, Roma beating Arsenal, and Spurs beating Schalke. What year is it? 2026. So we do have a World Cup. I have a player called up for the World Cup so far, and it is my man. If I can find him. Hello, where are you, man? No, Madaganga. Let's send out a call. Okay. Dear eyes, I need you. Where though? He's there somewhere. Anyway, he's been called up because there he is. Look, you were yelling at me, telling me. Okay, so Madaganga has been called up for his country of He's I was going to say Colon. He's Congolese. He has been called up for the World Cup. Now, if I can remember, if this old brain can remember, it probably won't. I'll write it down. What I might do before the next season as a little mini preview, I'll look at my who's in my what's it stats, see if they've increased. But really, what I want to do is also cover the World Cup. I haven't done that. It's 2026, so there's the World Cup, and we'll see how we go there. All right, folks, I think we are done. Clyde FC survived the first season in the Promised Land, finishing 8th. So I'm pretty happy. When we talk about the finances, obviously we've taken money out for the projects. We still haven't got all this yet, but it's not looking too rosy. Though they did say, they haven't given me their expectations yet, but I did say to the players mid-table, so hopefully that'll generate a little bit more for us. As well. And I'm going to look through, still trying to get some extra staff for the reserves and the under 18s. I really want to go through my under 18s offline and gut the shit out of them, to be honest, as well as the reserves. I kind of set a standard. And also for the first team squad, we are looking to scout and looking at central defenders and strikers as well. I think they're the 2 spots that we really need someone who stands out. I think midfield, we've got enough players at the moment. Our wingers aren't too bad. We've got those 2 backups, which I've mentioned, which will come in shortly. And I think our fullbacks with who we have are fairly decent. but we'll see. Alright, folks, I am, as always, Parkera. If you like this video, I know it's a long one, but if you liked it, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new, Scooby-Dooby-Doo. And comment down below. I love getting your comments. I always reply to the comments because I'm small enough. And also, I just want to say again, I hit 100 subscribers, I think yesterday, which was Thursday the 9th of May. A massive thank you again. I did tweet about it, but I just want to say a massive thank you to each and every single one of you new subscribers. Some may not watch Football Manager. Some might be on to the other series. Who knows? I do plan on bringing out a May channel update video too for the special. We'll see. But guys, yeah, thanks a whole lot for your continued support. And also, don't forget FM creators. Go and check out their Twitter and go and check out through the links there to their Discord, and also check out the Twitters, the YouTubes, and the Twitch streams to their other participants as well. Bunch of great guys and a good little community I've enjoyed so far, and I'm looking forward to it. All right, folks, I'm Parkera. Kia kaha.